Hi, we're here today to have a conversation about leadership development. I'm here with Karen Barker, CEO of global company TranExec. How are you today, Karen?
Good, thanks Rebecca. Thank you.
So let's start. Tell me a little bit about the business.
So TranExec celebrated its 11th birthday this year. We're very proud of that. We started the business with the intent of being able to disrupt the leadership space, to be quite honest with you and quite candid. When I was in the corporate chair, I was unimpressed, left cold many times with organisations that would approach me professing to offer wonderful solutions to my leadership development issues, but quite frankly not really meeting the mark. So TranExec was born to offer executive coaching, team development programs, and very recently we have actually just launched our organisational coaching accreditation program. So the business has gone from strength to strength and continues to now that we've actually become a global organisation.
Congratulations, first of all, 11 years, it's very, very impressive. So tell me about, I want to go back, you talked about you wanting something different when you were in the hot seat in the corporate role. What do you offer with TranExec that makes your services different or better to what you experienced before?
Sure. I think, simply put, Rebecca, we are incredibly passionate about what we do, but we are global in the sense that we understand the diversity issues that are going on out there in the organisational space today, that we're very cognizant of the nuances that happen in between organisations as well. So it's well and good to say leadership carte blanche, but that actually sits very differently for a lot of different organisations, sectors and industries. So we're very cognizant of that. We are also boutique, I guess is what you'd probably say. We're very conscious of people's agenda, their culture, what they're actually working towards. We don't go in with a one-size-fits-all approach. We have a very tailored, bespoke approach where we're going to help organisations.
Just tell me about you mentioned a set of different services. What are the key things that you specialise in?
So executive coaching, of course,
Yep.
is something that we are very proud of, being known for across many markets and across different geographies. So that support that we offer senior executives, leaders, middle managers, people who really don't have a lot of people in their camp, to be quite honest, because sometimes leadership can be very lonely. So we take that very seriously, and we, of course, from that have found ourselves being asked to do and build different programs for organisations. So executive coaching, team development solutions, so leaders who have got big teams, remote teams, virtual teams, asking us to come up with ways to support them with fragmented, teams that are not unified, all the different kind of symptoms that leaders face. They generally ask us to come up with a solution. So that's really how the Organisational Coaching Accreditation Program was born too, because we recognise...
Sorry to interrupt you. And what's that? That's coaching...
So that's actually teaching people the art of coaching.
Oh, fantastic.
So being able to take leaders who are passionate about their people and want to progress, want that edge in that leadership space, helping them to understand what's required, what are the meta skills that they actually need in order to call themselves a good organisational coach. So we've actually been certified now with the International Coaching Federation, and so we are bringing that program to markets across the world now. And
you work with all different industries? Do you specialise, or it doesn't matter, any kind of corporate organisation?
Absolutely doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So anyone who has a team of people, anyone who calls themselves a leader, we can work with them.
Yeah. Last question for you. You mentioned remote teams and working differently. If I think about the corporate world today in Australia, India, US, how people are doing business in such a global way, I imagine that have you seen lots of different change in how that's affecting leaders?
Yes, indeed. I think the demands and the pressures on leaders today are incredibly exhausting, I think, for them. They have a lot of internal pressure that they put on themselves, because generally people that are in those sorts of roles are high achievers, and high achievers are renowned for putting huge amounts of pressure on themselves to achieve and to deliver fantastic outcomes. So they're dealing with the internal complexity, and then they're dealing with the external complexity of the organisation and the culture and the pressures that come from that as well. So that's become more and more prevalent over the years, most certainly in the time that TranExec's been around. And I think also, in addition to that, you've got society putting pressures on organisations because there's such a lack of trust in organisations, and we see it every day in the news. And so leaders who are watching those news bulletins, who are living what's going on internally, they also have that complexity as well. So it can be incredibly tough for them.
Amazing business. Thank you so much for the chat today. It's been
Pleasure.
great to get to know a little bit more about TranExec.
Thank you.